Thank you, Mr. Chairman and members of the committee. Thank you all for coming. I have a prepared statement here. My name is Marcella R, Bassel, and I'm introducing this bill because I think it's the right thing to do. The right thing to do because we must take care of families. We must take care of people that need the support. I'd like to thank Representative Bennett for his work and steadfastness over the years to raise the minimum wage. We could not have gotten to where we are today had it not been for the tenacious attitude of Representative Bennett. I owe him, and the people of Rhode Island owe him, a debt of gratitude. But we're not there yet. We're certainly not. And the truth is, people are working full-time and they still live in poverty. I think Rhode Island is uniquely positioned to lead the New England states by raising the minimum wage and staying true to who we are and to treat each other as human beings. I'm a wife, a mother, a teacher, no lawmaker, and a fighter. I'm also a woman who lived in abject poverty as a kid. When I moved here in 1990 from Jamaica, I had to choose between, my husband and I had to choose between buying milk and coat, rent and food for our 4 children. I know what poverty is. I know how it makes me feel. I know how it makes people feel. Raising the minimum wage is a matter of treating people the way we want to be treated. I ministered in the homeless shelter from 1996 to 2001. Many of the men who slept in the homeless shelter, they had families just like us. They did, but they just could not afford the rent, so they slept in the shelter. As many of you know, when I decided to run for office last spring, I never run for anything in my life. I run for office truly because my students were dying in the streets. I thought I could help by working to pass good common sense gun safety laws. In fact, a 2016 White House study linked higher minimum wages to a reduction in criminal activities. Higher wages mean working families are able to pay their rent from local landlords and buy the goods and services they need from local businesses. Raising the minimum wage to $11 beginning January 2018 and incrementally moving that up to $15 by 2022 is a win-win for everyone. It's just kind of like a no-brainer, actually. So this is what raising the minimum wage does. Raising the minimum wage means children would not have to go to school hungry. Families would not have to be working 2-3 jobs. And they keep chasing the elusive American dream. I did. I'm still doing that, actually. Raising the minimum wage means that small businesses become more prosperous. Yes. Families have more money to spend in the local economy. Production increases. You see, when people are very happy in their jobs, their self-esteem rises. When one's self-esteem rises, production increases. So I understand the concern, and I do appreciate the concern. But we know that when people are happy, it's a win-win for all. I asked the legislature, my bill, as I mentioned earlier, will gradually increase the hourly minimum wage from $9.60 to $15 by 2022. In closing, I'd like to share with you a conversation that will stay with me for as long as I live. During the campaign, which was not too long ago, I met a man, and as we talked and talked and talked, he looked at me and he says, Marcia, I'm poor. want to die poor. I work really hard. I have to be cutting my tablets just to make them work. I live in poverty, and I don't see any hope. I think this legislature, all of us, can create that pathway, and we can provide hope. Because as Langston Hughes said, when hope is gone, life is like a bird without wings that cannot fly. Thank you so much.
Any questions of the sponsor?